Ownership interest in a residential cooperative are considered to be personal rather than real property. That statement is true. Stock evidencing ownership interest is owned as personal property and not real estate. A living trust and a testamentary trust are more effective than a living will in providing for the financial need of a beneficiary. The statement is true. A living will should not be confused with a testamentary or fiduciary instrument. It is a statement of the end of life healthcare desire of the individual who creates it. A joint tenancy can be created only by the intentional act of conveying a deed or giving the property by will. It cannot be implied or created by operation of law. The deed must specifically state the party's intention to create a joint tenancy, and the parties must be explicitly identified as joint tenants. Under Georgia law, a condominium declaration must contain the allocation of each unit of an undivided interest in the common element and the allocation to each unit of a number of votes in the association. This statement is true. The Georgia Condominium Act required this and other provisions. Condominium units may be mortgaged. Again, a condominium unit may be mortgaged. Under Georgia law, a timeshare state is a real property state having the characteristic of a fee simple state, or if a leasehold having the characteristic of an estate for years. In either event, the timeshare document is entitled to be recorded and should be recorded. The phrase deed in trust relate to the creation of a living testamentary or land trust. By contrast, a deed of trust is a financing document similar to a mortgage, because these documents are not interchangeable, using an inaccurate terms that can cause serious misunderstanding. Severalty means ownership by a single owner. The term comes from the fact that this sole owner is severed or cut off from other owners. One example of how tenancy in common can be created by operation of law is the effect of divorce on a tenancy by the entirety. The statement is true. Tenancy by the entirety may be terminated by divorce, which leave the parties as tenants in common. The IRS treats cooperative same as houses or condominium for taxes purposes.